You're sitting on the couch, you're at your desk, maybe you're just standing in the kitchen making dinner, and then you feel it, the gentle press of something soft against your leg. You look down, and there they are, your dog, standing beside you, holding their favorite toy in their mouth, looking up at you with those enormous, expectant eyes. Most owners see this and think one thing: they want to play. You take the toy, you throw it, or you give it a little squeak, or you say something like, "Not right now, buddy," and go back to what you were doing. But here's what almost no
Not
owner
right
ever
now.
realizes. When your dog brings you their toy, they're not just asking to play. They're not just being cute, and they're definitely not being random. They are doing something layered, emotional, and deeply meaningful. Something that most owners get completely wrong. Something that once you understand it will change the way you respond to your dog forever. Because in that small, quiet moment, your dog is telling you one of the most beautiful things a dog can tell a human, and most people miss it entirely. What you're about to hear will surprise some of you. Some of it will move you, and one thing toward the end will explain a behavior most owners spend their dog's entire life completely misreading. So stay with me until then, because this matters more than people realize. Let's start with what your dog is actually saying. 1. It's a gift, not a request. Here's the first thing you need to understand. When your dog brings you their toy, the most common assumption owners make is that the dog wants something. They want to play, they want attention, they want you to entertain them. But that assumption misses the entire point. Your dog isn't asking for something. Your dog is giving something. In canine social behavior, sharing a valued object is one of the deepest expressions of trust and bonding a dog can offer. That toy in their mouth isn't just an object. To your dog, it's one of their most prized possessions. It carries their scent. It represents their happiest moments. It's part of their world, and they are bringing it to you. This is called a gift-giving behavior, and it's one of the clearest signs of a bonded relationship between a dog and their human. Dogs in the wild used to bring food and prized items to members of their pack as a form of social contribution. They still carry that instinct today, thousands of years later, deep in their bones. When your dog drops that toy at your feet, they are essentially saying, "This is important to me, and because it's important to me, I want you to have it." Studies on canine attachment behavior have found that gift-giving behavior is significantly more common in dogs who have secure, healthy bonds with their humans. Dogs who feel uncertain, anxious, or emotionally distant almost never bring their toys to their owners. So the next time your dog stands beside you holding their favorite toy, don't just see it as a request for play. See it for what it truly is: a quiet, wordless gift, an offering of love expressed in the only language your dog has. That's not a demand, that's devotion. 2. They're inviting you into their world. Now this is where it gets really interesting. When your dog brings you their toy, they aren't just giving you an object. They are inviting you into something much bigger. They are inviting you into their inner world. Dogs have rich, complex inner lives. They have favorite objects, favorite spots, favorite smells, favorite people. And most of these preferences exist in a private world the humans rarely get to see. Your dog interacts with these things constantly, but they usually do it alone. When they bring you a toy, they are breaking down that wall. They are choosing of their own free will to bring you inside a part of their world that they normally experience privately. That specific toy has meaning to them. It has a history. It has moments attached to it that you were never part of, but that your dog remembers. By bringing it to you, they are saying, "This thing matters to me, and now I want it to matter to you too." This is a deeply intimate moment, even though it can look casual from the outside. A dog who shares their favorite toy is a dog who feels comfortable enough to let you into their emotional life. They aren't testing you, they aren't asking you to prove anything, they are simply opening a door. You'll notice this most often with dogs who bring the same toy over and over again. That toy isn't random, It's the toy that means something specific to them. It might be the one they had as a puppy, the one they slept with during a stressful time, the one they associate with joy, safety, or comfort. When your dog brings you that specific toy again and again, they are sharing something sacred. They are inviting you to be part of the parts of their life that only they used to know. That's not just play. That's the deepest form of trust a dog can offer. And hey, if any of this is making you look at your dog a little differently right now, hit that like button and subscribe. It's the best way to help us reach more dog owners who actually want to understand what their dog is trying to say. We've got more sections coming, and the last few might genuinely move you. Let's keep going. 3. They're seeking connection, not entertainment. Here's something most owners get completely wrong about this behavior. When your dog brings you their toy, most people assume the dog wants stimulation, they want activity, they want physical fun. But that's often not what's really happening. For many dogs, the toy isn't the point. The toy is the excuse. Dogs are social animals. They crave connection with the humans they love. But dogs cannot walk up to you and say, "Hey, I miss you. Can we spend some time together?" So instead, they use the tools they have available. And one of the most powerful tools they have is the toy. By bringing you an object, your dog is initiating a form of interaction that is comfortable, non-demanding, and easy to accept. They aren't asking for a walk, they aren't demanding food, they aren't pushing into your personal space. They are simply offering a bridge. If you engage with that bridge, even for a moment, your dog gets exactly what they were actually looking for: connection. Not the game, not the fetch, not the tug, the moment of interaction, the eye contact, the smile, the physical acknowledgement that says, "I see you and you matter to me." You'll notice this pattern most often in the way dogs respond after even a brief interaction. Sometimes you throw the toy once and your dog runs it back, but then just sits beside you. They didn't want an extended game. They wanted one shared moment.
Good boy,
Other
Charlie.
times, your
It's
dog
okay.
will bring the toy, drop it, and then just look at you, waiting. If you smile at them, say their name, or simply reach down to touch them, they often calm immediately. That's the entire message. That's what they came for. They didn't want play. They wanted you to notice them. They wanted to share a moment. They wanted to know that in the middle of your busy human life, there is still space for the small, quiet ways they express their love. Every time you take that moment to acknowledge them, you are speaking their language, and they know it.
4. Different toys mean different messages. Here's something fascinating that most owners have never noticed. The specific toy your dog chooses to bring you often carries a specific meaning, and once you learn to read the difference, you'll gain a whole new understanding of how your dog communicates. Let me explain what to look for. If your dog brings you their most beloved, most worn-out toy, the one they've had forever, that is usually an emotional offering. That toy is their comfort object. It represents safety, memory, and identity to them. When they bring you that specific toy, they are sharing their heart. If your dog brings you a new toy, one they just got or one they haven't spent much time with yet, that is usually an excitement offering. They are saying, "Look what I have. Isn't this amazing? Come see this with me." It's the canine equivalent of a child running up to their parent to show off something new. If your dog brings you a toy they know creates a fun game, like a rope for tug or a ball for fetch, that is usually an interaction request. They want the shared activity. They want your involvement. This is the closest to what most owners assume all toy bringing means, but it's actually just one type. If your dog brings you a soft plush toy and gently drops it in your lap, then curls up nearby, that is usually a comfort exchange. They aren't asking for play, they are creating a moment of shared calm. The toy is their way of saying, "Let's just be together." If your dog brings you a toy after you come home from work or after any period of separation, that is usually a reunion offering. It's their way of celebrating your return. It's them saying, "I missed you, and here is something meaningful to me to mark that you're back."
Each of these is a different message, different tone, different reason, different emotional intent. Once you start noticing the pattern, you'll begin to see that your dog isn't just bringing you random objects. They are communicating with a nuance most owners never imagined was possible. You just have to learn to listen with your eyes.
5. It's a sign of a healthy, secure bond. Now, this part is something most owners have never been told. The fact that your dog brings you their toy at all is a powerful indicator of the health of your relationship. Not every dog does this, and there is a real reason why. Dogs who feel securely attached to their humans, who trust them deeply, who believe their human will respond with warmth, are the dogs most likely to bring toys. This behavior is deeply tied to attachment security in canine research. A dog who brings you their favorite toy is a dog who has already learned something important about you. They have learned that you are safe. They have learned that you are kind. They have learned that when they offer something, you don't take it away in a harsh manner. You don't punish them. You don't shame them. You accept what they bring, even if only for a moment. Dogs who have experienced neglect, abuse, or emotional distance often don't display this behavior at all. They don't bring toys. They don't share objects. They hoard them, hide them, or avoid drawing attention to them. If your dog regularly brings you their toys, that is a quiet but profound sign that you have built something beautiful together. You have created a bond that your dog trusts. You have created a relationship that feels safe to them. You have earned something that many humans never fully understand: the willing, spontaneous sharing of a dog's most prized possessions. This isn't art training. This isn't about tricks. This isn't about being a good disciplinarian. This is about the emotional environment you have quietly built around your dog every single day. The next time they bring you that little worn-out ball, or that squeaky toy, or that stuffed animal with the missing eye, take a moment to acknowledge what you're actually seeing. You aren't just seeing a dog with a toy. You are seeing the visible evidence of a bond you have earned through everything you've done, day after day, to make them feel loved. That is not a small thing. That is one of the most beautiful things a dog can ever show you. 6. When your response matters more than you think. Now, here's something almost no one talks about. The way you respond when your dog brings you a toy shapes the way they express affection for the rest of their life. Every time your dog approaches you with a toy in their mouth, they're performing a small emotional experiment. They're asking, in the only language they have, "Will you meet me here?" And your response teaches them what to expect from you next time. If you respond with warmth, with acknowledgement, with even a small moment of genuine attention, your dog learns that emotional bids are welcomed. They will continue to bring you toys. They will continue to share. They will continue to open up. If you consistently ignore them, brush them off, or respond with irritation, your dog learns something very different. They learn that their offerings don't matter. Over time, the behavior fades. The dog stops trying. The bond quietly weakens, not because you meant to hurt them, but because they simply learn to stop expecting emotional response from you. This doesn't mean you have to drop everything every time your dog brings you a toy. That's not realistic. But it does mean that even a small moment of acknowledgement matters more than you realize. A gentle touch on their head, a soft, warm voice saying their name, a brief smile, taking the toy for just 3 seconds, giving it a little squeeze and handing it back. Any of these things are enough. Your dog isn't looking for a full play session every time. They're looking for a signal, a confirmation that they matter to you, that their world matters to you, that the small thing they just offered has been received. You are their entire social world in many ways. The way you respond to their bids for connection shapes their entire emotional development. If you have ever wondered why some dogs seem more affectionate than others, this is often the reason. The affectionate dogs weren't born that way. They were built that way, one gentle response at a time.
by owners who took even the smallest moments to acknowledge what their dog was offering. You have that power too. Every time, every toy, every offering, you have a chance to build a dog who feels truly, deeply loved. And most owners never even realize how much power they have in these tiny moments.
7. When this behavior becomes a sign to watch for. Now here's the part of the video every owner needs to hear carefully, and this might be the most important section. While bringing you a toy is almost always a healthy, beautiful behavior, there are situations where it can be a quiet sign that something deeper is happening with your dog. The warning is this: a sudden, dramatic change in the pattern. If your dog has always brought you toys occasionally, that's just who they are. Don't worry. But if your dog has never been a toy bringer, and suddenly they are doing it constantly, every time you sit down, every time you stop moving, every time you give them the slightest opportunity, that is worth paying attention to. A sudden increase in this behavior can be a sign of several different things. Sometimes it's emotional. Has something changed in the household? A new pet? A new person? A family member who left? A schedule shift? Dogs respond to disruption by increasing their bids for connection and reassurance from their primary human. Bringing you toys is often one of the first bids to appear. Sometimes it's physical. Older dogs experiencing early cognitive decline often become more attached and more repetitive in their bonding behaviors. A dog who has always been independent and suddenly cannot stop bringing you toys might be trying to reconnect in a way they didn't need before. Sometimes it's environmental. Has there been new noise, construction, or disruption in your area? Dogs process environmental stress through their humans. A dog who feels the world outside has become less safe often turns inward, seeking more contact with the person they trust most. Sometimes it's about you. Dogs can detect changes in human health, stress levels, and emotional state long before any outward signs appear. A dog who suddenly cannot stop offering you toys might be picking up on something about your own body or mood that you have not consciously noticed yet. Also, watch for the opposite pattern. A dog who has always brought you toys and suddenly stops entirely is telling you something too. Loss of interest in shared objects can be an early sign of depression, illness, joint pain, or emotional withdrawal. This is not said to scare you. Most toy bringing is completely normal and lovely, but the dog whose behavior has changed dramatically is a dog asking you to pay closer attention. Watch for patterns. Note when the change started. Note what was happening at the time. Note whether your dog seems calm and joyful when they bring the toy, or whether they seem tense, restless, or unable to settle no matter how you respond. Your dog cannot tell you in words that something has shifted in their world, but they can tell you with a toy, with their eyes, with the frequency of their offerings. The question is whether you know how to read it.
If this video helped you understand your dog on a deeper level, drop a comment below and tell me about your dog. Do they bring you toys? Which specific toy is their favorite to bring? I read every single comment. And if you want to keep understanding your dog on this deeper level, subscribe to Dog's Tongue. New videos every week, helping you hear what your dog has been trying to tell you all along. So the next time your dog walks up to you with that little toy in their mouth, take a moment. Don't just brush them off. Don't just take it and toss it away. Don't just say, "not right now," without looking at them. Look at what they are actually doing. Look at the specific toy they chose. Look at the way they hold it. Look at the way their eyes search your face for a response. Look at the way their tail moves, quiet and gentle, waiting to see how you'll receive what they're offering. Because in that small moment, in the middle of your busy day, your dog is doing something extraordinary. They are trusting you. They are sharing something sacred with you. They're opening a small window into their world and inviting you inside, if only for a few seconds. That toy in their mouth isn't random. It isn't just play. It isn't just cute.
It is one of the most quietly beautiful expressions of love a dog can offer. It is your dog telling you, without a single word, "This matters to me. I want it to matter to you too. I want to share it with you. I want you to see what I see, feel what I feel, care about what I care about." They are asking you gently to be part of their world. So today, if that little worn-out ball or that squeaky toy or that soft stuffed animal appears at your side, reach down, take it, even for just a moment. Look at your dog and let them feel that you noticed. Because while you have been living your busy human life, your dog has been quietly building a language of love with you. A language that lives inside every toy they've ever offered. A language most owners never learn to read. But now, you know. You know what those small offerings really mean. You know what your dog has been trying to say all along. And every time you meet them there, in that quiet moment of shared connection, you are telling them the one thing every dog wants to hear. I see you. You matter to me too.